What's up everybody, Noizeeh here bringing you another Fortnite video, and in today's video we're going to focus on building. So to start off the video, I'm going to show you what keybinds I'm using so you guys can get an idea of what's good and what isn't. I'm not gonna tell you guys to use my keybinds, just try to find what you feel extremely comfortable with. It might take some time to adjust, but it's definitely worth it. So I made a fresh account here to show you guys what keybinds I'm using, just to give you guys a general idea. And the absolute first thing I do is unbind the trap equip picker key because we don't need this one. It's completely useless. And then I bind auto run, but it has nothing to do with building. And we scroll down to the building keys, which are defaulted to F1, F2, F3, and F4, with the trap slot being F5. So the first one is the wall, and I rebind that to Q. And the second one is the floor, and I rebind that to T. The third one is the stairs, and I put that on F. And the pyramid, which is F4, I don't really touch that one. I just keep it on F4 because I use it so rarely. And then I just rebind the trap slot to one of my thumb mouse buttons to make it all accessible. You do not want to use the quick bar or the quick building menu key. That one's completely useless. You want to bind each and every piece to one key in order to stay consistent and in order to be able to build fast. One final piece of advice that I would give you guys as well is to unbind your scroll wheel, just so you stay consistent and that you use a key for everything instead of scrolling through your weapons and scrolling through your builds. This minimizes mistakes. So I figured that I would show you guys some useful builds to begin with. These are very beginner friendly, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you're capable of when you're building. So the absolute first thing that we're going to look at is stair into wall. Usually when a beginner player pushes another player, they tend to build just stairs, but you can build a wall in front of your stairs, and it makes it so that it takes a little bit of extra time for your opponent to break your stairs. It becomes a really strong platform, and as I said, it covers your stairs, so it's really nice. And if you, let's say you would build two sets of stairs, then you would always build like a wall in front of each set of stairs, if that makes sense. And it's extremely useful. You can do it really fast, and it's the easiest way to push on an opponent. As you can see, we're building double stairs and just walls in front of it. Another thing that you can do, this is extremely useful. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you have your keybinds down, it's extremely useful because you can build two sets of stairs next to each other and put double walls in front. It's extremely hard for one solo opponent to break through. It's really strong pressure. As you can see, I messed up a little bit over there, but it's all good. We're just gonna do it again. Here we go. As you can see, it's an extremely effective way of pushing, and the only way for your opponent to break all these sets of stairs is to break the base, the bottom of the stairs. Another extremely useful and quick build that I will show you guys is the 1x1 tower. So the way that you build one is just you surround yourselves by 4 walls, and then you build stairs, and then you build 4 walls on top of that, and then you build another set of stairs, and then you build 4 walls around you, and you make a platform into stairs into the direction that you want to be facing. So let me show you how to do it and what it looks like. We build a platform at the end, and then we build the stairs in the direction that we want to face. And I always enjoy, and I always think it's good to finish off with a door. It opens up a quick escape if you need to leave it without your opponent seeing it. And it's also very quick and very easy. So why do we build 1x1 towers? The main reason is we build them whenever we make the circle and we have a spot that we're fairly comfortable in and that we want to hold. And another reason why I build a 1x1 tower that is 3 stories high and not higher is just in case of it being knocked down, or if you have to just jump out without being able to build, you won't take any fall damage whatsoever. So I figured that I would show you guys some edits that you can do whenever you build a wall. There's plenty of useful edits for different situations, and my recommendation is just play around with it. Get into a game, build yourself a wall, and just play around with the different editing that you can do. One extremely useful edit is the solo window. You're going to see it in about 1 second, 1 or 2 seconds. This is extremely useful whenever you're turtling or just trying to hide from an opponent, especially inside of a building. All you have to do is build yourself a wall and make the edit. Just create it, press your edit key, press left click in the center or on the left and right side of the center to create the window, and whenever your opponent walks by, just confirm the edit and just shoot through the window. And once you've done with your shot, you just hit your edit key again, reset the edit by pressing right click and then confirming it again. What this does is that it resets your wall, which makes your opponent extremely confused. Like sometimes they don't even know where you're shooting from. You can see me reset the edit every single time after I do a normal edit. Like right here, I just reset it into a normal wall. Like it's extremely useful, guys, and I really recommend you guys to just play around with it. I figured that I will also show you guys different ways of getting out of a box whenever you're turtling or just trying to hide. A very common thing that people do is that they build a door, but I would not recommend you guys to build a door, because what this does is that whenever you open or close the door, it makes an extremely distinct sound, and what this tells your enemy is that you're trying to escape. You're better off just trying to make a half wall or just trying to make a hole in the wall that you can escape through. So I recommend you guys doing something like this right here. That is absolutely perfect right there. Or you can do something like this. There's many different variations. Like I said, I would just recommend you guys to play around with it. Also, right now I'm also going to show you some fighting examples and tell you guys exactly what I'm thinking and why I'm building the way I'm doing it. So right now I thought that I would show you guys 2 examples of 2 really sick build fights. Hopefully this gives you some ideas of how you can utilize the builds that I showed you guys at the start of the video. And lastly, I want to give you guys a huge tip to always build for the high ground. It's basically a game of chess of who gets the high ground. So without further ado, let me show you guys how this goes down. So I miss a sniper shot right there. He notices me and the build fight just starts. So what's going to happen right now is that he's going to build above me, and this puts me into a tricky situation where I have to build towards the high ground. He builds stairs right here. I kind of panic a little bit, but right now it's all about the recovery. I build a door and I finally get myself to the high ground, and right here when I turn around I notice that he just built stairs to reach me, and I built my stairs before him, so I can actually build stairs above him, which gives me the high ground for free. So I place down 2 sets of stairs, I build 2 walls, and then build another set of stairs, and now suddenly I have the high ground and I can just continue pressuring him. And right here, it just becomes a constant aim battle, and I kind of choke my shots and I get to really low HP. But hopefully this gave you guys some ideas with how you can build and how you should be build fighting. And we finish off the fight with 16 HP. So let's get right into the second fight right here. So the fight is going to start off with me being below my opponent and me trying to find a way to get out and try to find the high ground. So I slide down here, my opponent just starts rushing me. I end up right below him, I build a box like I showed you guys at the start of the video, and I edit myself out to get the high ground. Right here, I notice that he has the high ground on me, but I just keep pushing. He traps me in again, and I fail a build right here. I fail placing my stairs for some reason, but there's no reason to panic. I just build stairs again, I just continue to try to get the high ground. Right here, I notice that he's gonna end up below me, and this is where I start to pressure him. He gets extremely disorganized, and I just clearly outplayed him by getting the high ground, which is the #1 tip that I have to give you guys whenever you're building. So that sums up the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed and you found this useful. You can find me on twitch.tv/noizeeh or twitter.com/noizeeruns, and make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any exciting Method content.